So we do have some very bad news for the current administration. It's great news if you've been waiting for the spell to break, but it's bad news if you're Donald Trump. New polling confirms that Republican support is collapsing under Donald Trump. And I mean collapsing by Republican standards, which is to say it has finally dipped below 50%. RMG Research polled 1,000 voters last week and asked a simple question. If the congressional elections were held today, who would you vote for? 48% said Democrat, 44% said Republican. When you factor in leaners, Democrats have 50% support and Republicans 45%. That is a 7-point swing towards Democrats in the short 3 months since Donald Trump took office. Before Trump was sworn in, the question, who would you vote for in congressional elections, generic ballot, was 51 to 44 Republicans. That was Republicans plus 7. And now they're losing ground very quickly. So Donald Trump's second term has become toxic already. The story here, the real story isn't just that support is dropping. It's that it was ever this high to begin with for reelecting Republicans. 40% of Americans still support this disaster. And that's the real WTF moment, because these are the people who tank the economy with tariffs, want to start an autism registry, launched mass deportation raids, leaked war plans on Signal chats twice, and whose Secretary of Defense is likely to be pushed out after just 100 days. And yet 4 in 10 voters are still on board. Why? Because millions of people don't read, watch, or hear real news. And the impact of these disasters takes time to trickle through because Fox News won't even report that half of this stuff is going on. Now, here's the good news, and I think we need something to be cautiously optimistic about. The fact, even though it's shocking that 40-something% still support Republicans, the fact that this much public sentiment has shifted so quickly is impressive in the modern media environment. It's a sign that the propaganda bubble is strong, but it's not impenetrable. Because once people see that the emperor has no clothes in one area, they sometimes start noticing how naked he is everywhere else as well. And Trump's approval is tanking faster than it did during his first term. He's upside down on inflation. He's upside down on the economy. And now Democrats are seen as more trustworthy on the budget. That is not typical. Even though I know it doesn't make any sense, right? Even though Democrats tend to see lower budget deficits than Republicans, the stereotype, the theme is that Republicans are more trusted. For the first time since 2021, Democrats are seen as more trustworthy on the budget. So the story here is that the midterms could flip everything, and Republican support is declining. But the real story is that it took this long because the Republican Party has run the country like a bad parody of itself, and voters are finally starting to notice. Now, when I said last week or the week before that there is this base of support that I don't think Trump will ever go below, I said it might be 34%, it might be 36%. Many of you wrote to me and said, no, David, Trump's support can go way lower than that. There are way more MAGA voters that are reachable. And when it hits their pocketbooks, they are going to turn on Trump. Well, I hope I'm wrong, and I hope that you are right. My instinct for a long time has been that there is this sort of impenetrable level of support for whoever is the Republican nominee, Republican president in this case, 34, 35, 36%. I hope that the people writing to me are correct, that this time it's different, and that Trump's potential support could be down into the 20s. Who the hell knows? I have not yet seen evidence of that. And so we are going to track it. We are going to follow it. But the 7-point swing in just a couple of months is nothing to sneeze at in this modern polling and media environment. Facebook's still strong, encouraging people to reshare those crazy fake news articles. That's still a problem. But the numbers are showing us that something seems to be a little different here. And if the inflation hits, if we start seeing those effects, maybe Trump's going to completely back off of the tariffs, which he has to a degree started to do. But if he doesn't, and those numbers start to go south, we may see his approval drop even faster. We're going to follow it. Your mom wants you to call her, and this Mother's Day, give her a call. But you can also consider giving her an Aura digital picture frame. Aura Frames was named the best digital photo frame by Wirecutter. I've gifted these to so many folks, including my mom, no matter where I am. If we're traveling, if my daughter does something absolutely brilliant on the playground, which happens all the time, I can take a picture or a video and upload it directly into my mom's Aura frame or whoever's. I can also share access. I shared it with my brother so he can upload pictures directly as well. Aura has a great deal for Mother's Day. My audience can save for a limited time on the perfect gift by going to auraframes.com and getting $35 off plus free shipping on their best-selling Carver matte frame. Go to auraframes.com, use the code PACMAN. The link is in the description.